Peace, love, and muscles. Victor Costa here. I'm going to give you a pancake recipe that's absolutely going to change your life. I promise. You can make these pancakes and eat them right on the spot like I do, or you can put them in the fridge for tomorrow and have them the next day. I like to have them nice and hot, but it can help you with your meal prep. What we're going to do is we're going to basically take 8 whites and 2 yolks. So essentially you need 8 eggs, and you're going to have 2 whole eggs and the remaining 6 whites after that. So you're going to sort that out. And what I like to do is sort it out in a separate bowl. And the reason I do that is because just in case the egg has a little blood or I get a shell in there, I don't add that to my significant egg mixture already, because I don't want to ruin the entire thing. I mean, there's been times where you get a cloudy egg or a bloody egg and you've already got 4 in there, and then you wind up throwing out the whole thing and having to start over. So I suggest cracking your eggs into a separate bowl and then sorting it out in the separate bowl. Make sure you have a nice clean egg, and then put that into your magic bullet or your blender. I just dropped the shell on the floor. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to sort through the eggs here, and this blender is a little tiny, but I'm sure you have a nice sized blender that you can do this with. And you sort your whites out from your yellows. And okay, the next ingredient is our oatmeal. And that is really going to be the substance or base, if you will, of our batter. I happen to use organic 365 Oats and Flax oatmeal from Wholefoods. This is where I get it. And I'm going to use 2 packets. It's 150 calories dry. So I'm going to use 2 packets. I'm going to put it in my bullet, in my magic bullet. Okay. And because you're using the bullet, it's a little tiny. So we're going to add one more ingredient after this. But I'm going to get my my blade. This is going to be the base of our batter. Coming out quite nice. Our batter's coming out quite nice. Let me clean up these eggs a little bit. Then, because my magic bullet is kind of tiny, I'm going to pour half of the batter into a clean bowl. If you have a large blender, you don't have to go through all these extra steps. But half of the batter goes in there, the other half remains in here. And we're going to add a half of a banana. And by the way, again, if you have a real, substantial blender, you don't have to go through these extra steps. But we're going to add our half of a banana. Okay, coming out quite nice. We have a clean skillet over here. Not a clean stove, because I made some pancakes earlier as a test run. And we're going to basically just add some ham cooking spray. And we will clean up all of this stove later on, but I had to make a batch earlier to make sure that this was going to come out good. Now we're going to heat this up. And guys, I never want you to spray the cooking spray when the gas is on. I've heard some pretty crazy stories about creating a stream and a flame, and then even the flame coming back into the can and creating an explosion. So make sure you spray your pan, then turn on the gas, and then if you're going to have to reapply the cooking spray, make sure that you shut the gas off. That's what I do. Okay, so we're going to let this heat up a little bit, and then we're going to pour our pancake mixture into the pan. Okay, now that we're heating up a little bit, this creates about 4 pancakes. And if you haven't had a pancake lesson before, you'll know that the first one usually comes out kind of, as a test run, so to speak. But the way that you determine when to flip the pancake is when you start to see, obviously, some crisping around the edge, but when you start to see bubbles in the batter. Okay, this is working out just fine. We're starting to see some bubbles. Certainly around the edges, starting to see some bubbles in the middle, which is what we want to see. You want to have the gas on about medium. And here's our bubbles coming around a little bit. So you want to test it out before you flip it. The texture's not too sturdy, so I don't think that's going to make for a nice flip yet. And then you want to peek underneath to see what you got as far as how much it's cooking. And I actually like mine a little bit darker, but this is starting to come out kind of nice. Starting to firm up, you can see that. Now the first one's going to be lighter than the remainder because your pan's going to get continuously hotter throughout the process. But we've got a nice bubbles forming here, and you can lift up the corner to check, see how you're doing over here. And I am going to reapply the pan cooking spray after I finish this pancake. Just make sure we're not burning. And then you can always adjust the gas if you see that it's burning a little too much. And you can see this is coming out really nicely. If you make them really thin, it's sort of more like a crepe. If you make them a little thicker, it's obviously more of the texture of a pancake. So I think I've got enough texture here that I can actually flip this over. And voila. The other thing you can do is you can add some blueberries to this. Basically what you do is just pour the pancake batter, add a few blueberries on top, and then flip it with the blueberries kind of intact, and they'll kind of stick into the batter. So when you flip them, they'll already be embedded in the middle of the pancake. And that's it. Nice and cooked underneath. Absolutely gorgeous first pancake. And this is absolutely delicious. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this pancake recipe video. I know these pancakes can change your life. You could have them as a pre-workout, you can have them as a post-workout. Again, the recipe is 2 packets of 365 oats and flax oatmeal, 150 calories each, dry, 1 full banana, and 8 eggs, 2 yolks, and 8 whites. I think you're absolutely gonna love it. Remember to spray the pan, but don't spray the pan between each pancake with the flame on. You can turn it off real quickly for safety, and then turn it right back on, and your pan will remain hot. So peace, love, and muscles, guys. Please give this a try. I love you all. Please take care. Don't forget to click in the description portion of the video for my free audiobook, Uncommon Fitness and Bodybuilding Knowledge. I think you'll absolutely love it. 12 chapters of me taking through the things that are most essential to bodybuilding and fitness. Peace, love, and muscles. Take care. Bye.